Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we are building this agency homepage using HTML and Tailwind CSS. Now in the previous video, we designed this section right here. So we have this testimonial section. Now in this video, we will design the next section, which is this pricing section. So let's get started. Right, so here I am in my source code, and let's go outside this section and let's create a new section, and let's give it an ID of pricing, and let's also add some classes to the section. So let's type class, padding top and bottom of 32, background of black, text color to white, and a border bottom of 4, border color to black. Now let's go back, and this is how it looks. Let's also go ahead and take a look at the heading. So we have cost structure displayed over here. So I'll just copy this. Let's go back, and first of all, let's create a new div, and let's give some classes. So let's type class, max width of 1440 pixels, and MX auto to bring it to the center, and padding left and right of 6. Now for the heading, let's create a div, and in this div, let's create an h2, and let's paste the heading over here. And for this div, let's add a class, and let's type margin bottom of 20, and let's add some classes to the h2. So let's type class, text of 5XL, and medium or larger, let's type text of 7XL. Let's set the font weight to black, text color to primary, and margin bottom of 4. So this is how it looks. Now below this heading, we have this paragraph. So I'll just copy this, and let's go back, and here let's create a paragraph tag, and let's paste it over here, and here let's add some classes. So let's type text of XL, font bold, and uppercase. So this is how it looks. Now let's go ahead and create another div for these pricing. So let's go outside this div. Let's create a new div, and in this div we will add the pricing, but we will do that dynamically using JavaScript. So here for this div, let's add some classes. Let's type display of grid, grid calls to 1, and for medium or larger screens, let's type grid calls to 3, and let's set the gap to 0. Let's set the border to 4, border color to white. Let's also add an ID so that we can reference this in the JavaScript. So let's type pricing, container over here. Right, now let's go to our JavaScript file, and let's start adding the JavaScript. So first of all, let's go ahead and create an array of objects. So let's type const pricing plans, and in this we need to have the plan name, the price, then we need to have the features, and then we need to have this button. And for the button, we need to have different styles. So we need to add the styles for the button as well. And then we need to add the button text. And we need to also add a boolean for recommended. We need to set whether the recommended is true or false. So let's go back to our JavaScript code, and let's type name. And here let's type starter. So this is the name of our plan. And after this, let's add the price. So let's set the price to $9.99, and let's type features. Now we need to have multiple features, so let's add an array, and let's add these features over here. You can add any number of features you want over here, and then we need to add the button text. Let's set the text to select, and for the button style, let's add some classes. So let's type bg white and text black, and let's type recommended. Let's set it to false for the first plan. So this is the details of the first plan. Let's just copy this and paste it down here and here. So for the second one, let's change this to elite, and let's change the pricing. Let's also add the features, and then for the button text, we have select, and here for the button styles, let's type bg of black and text to white, and the recommended should be set to true. Now we need to add different styling for this whole card. So let's add one more value called style and let's set it to primary. Right now for the third one, let's change the name to custom. And for the price, let's type POA. And then we have these features. So I'll just add that. And then we have the button text. So we need to type contact sales. And then we have the button style. So the BG white and text black is correct. And the recommended is set to false. Right now, let's go ahead and create a function to render the pricing. Let's go ahead and create a function called render pricing. And first of all, let's get the container. So let's type const container equals document.getElementById. And we have named it pricing container. And if you don't have the container, then we'll just return. Or else, let's go ahead and type container.innerHTML. Let's set it to pricing plans.map. And we'll map through each of the pricing. So let's call each of the plans plan. Okay, now first of all, let's go ahead and check whether this is primary. So we need to check whether we have this style set to primary so that we can style it differently. So here, let's go ahead and create a new const called isPrimary. Let's set it equal to plan.style equals primary. And let's create a const called bg class. So let's set it to isPrimary. And if isPrimary is true, then we need to set the class to bg primary. So this is our primary color, and let's set the text color to black. Or else, let's go ahead and keep it blank. Now we also need to change the color of these icons. So for that, let's create a new const called icon color equals isPrimary. So if it is true, then we'll just set it to blank. Or else, let's type text color to primary. Right now, let's go ahead and return the HTML. So let's type return. Let's add backticks. And first of all, let's create a div. And in this div, first of all, we need to add whether it is recommended or not. So for that, we need to change the position of this div to relative. So let's type class. Let's set it equal to padding of 12. Let's type $symbol curly braces bg class. So if it is primary, then we are setting the background color to primary and the text color to black. And let's type display of flex direction to column, and let's type position of relative. Now let's go ahead and first of all see whether the plan is recommended. So let's type $symbol curly braces. Here we'll just type plan dot recommended. So if it is recommended, then we'll just go ahead and type div, and in this div, let's type recommended. And let's add some classes over here. So let's type class equals position of absolute, top to 0, right to 0, background of black, text color to primary, font weight to black, and padding left and right of 4, padding top and bottom of 2, and text size to small and uppercase. If the plan recommended is false, we'll just go ahead and type blank. So now let's go ahead and type render pricing over here. So let's see whether recommended is being displayed in our web page. So let's go back. And here we can see that recommended is displayed over here. Let's also remove these commas. So we can just go ahead and type dot join empty string. And now we can see the plan in the center is recommended, and it is also primary. Now let's go ahead and add the heading. So here, let's go outside the curly braces and let's create an S3. Let's type $symbol curly braces plan.name, and let's close the S3 over here. Let's add some classes. So let's type class equals text to 4XL, font black, and margin bottom of 4. And let's go back, and here we can see that the names are being displayed over here. Now let's create a div, and in this div, let's type $symbol curly braces plan.price. Let's add some classes over here. So let's type text of 6XL for the size. Let's type font black for the font weight and margin bottom of 8. So here we can see that the pricing is also being displayed. Right now we need to display the features. So let's go back and here let's tap UL. Now we need to display the features as list items. So first of all, we need to map through all the features. So let's type $, curly braces, and let's type plan.features.map, and let's call each of them feature, and let's type backticks, and we'll just simply create a list item, and here let's type $, curly braces, feature. So we are calling each of the features feature over here, and let's also add some classes. Now before that, if you go back to our original design, we can see that we have this icon in front of the features. So here let's create a span, and this is for the icon. So for the icon, we'll just use the icon called check box, and we need to add this class to the span. So let's type material symbols outlined, and for the color, let's type $, curly braces, icon color. So now if you go back to our website, we can see that the icons and the features are displayed. Let's also add some styling over here to make it look good. So here for the li, let's type class, and let's set the display to flex, align items to the center, and let's add a gap of 4. Let's type font bold and uppercase. And since we have these commas over here, let's also add a join. So here let's type dot join, and this is how it looks. Let's also add some styles to the UL. So let's type class, and let's type space y of 4 to add some vertical spacing, and let's type margin bottom of 12, and this is how it looks. Now in the end, we also need to add the button. So let's go outside the UL. Let's create a button tag, and in this button tag, let's add the button text. So let's type $, curly braces, plan dot button text, and let's add some classes to the button. So let's type class equals width of full, padding top and bottom of 4, and let's also add the button styles. So let's type $, curly braces, and let's type plan dot button style, and let's change this back to double quotes, and here let's type font weight to black, uppercase, and text of Excel. Let's also add agency X shadow. So this is how it looks. Now here we can see that all these buttons are in the same line. So for that, we need to add flex grow to this feature section. So let's go back, and here for this UL, let's type flex grow. So now we can see that all these buttons are on the same line. Now here for the select button of the primary pricing, let's change the color to yellow, and let's also add a black border. So let's go back, and let's go to the pricing array, and here for the button style, let's type background of primary, and let's type border to and border color to black, and let's also set the text color to black, and I think this looks alright. So let's also take a look at the mobile version. So this is how it will look on a smaller screen, and everything is looking alright. So with that, we have finished styling our pricing section. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below, and if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.